Hello, everyone. Thank you for being here with me. Um, I wanted to go ahead and to get into reading in order to get ahead, right? Which you're going to do anyway. But sometimes readings can help. But before we start, I had a couple of things I wanted to say. It's important for you to exercise discernment so that you know whether or not a reading is for you and not just watching readings. For people that are in distress sometimes, or they're feeling overwhelmed by certain energies and they're not necessarily distressed, they're just overwhelmed by a lot of energy. Readings that are not for you, or at least partially for you, can still throw you off. So you need to center yourself and to trust that everything's going to be fine. Like whatever affirmations work for you, do that. And then also, before I say too much, I want to get into this reading because I felt compelled to do a reading today. There's a lot of big energies coming up for me and maybe for other people in the collective, and that's something I want to address because yeah, I'm just gonna see what comes up. But essentially, I'm saying exercise discernment and to know whether or not a reading is in any portion for you. Okay, and if you're overwhelmed by energy and you don't know what's what. Maybe if you're going to get a reading, do a one-on-one and step away from just watching random readings, okay? So I'm trying to protect you so that you don't get thrown off course. All right, so we're going to get into this reading, and I want to lower the camera so we look at the cards. And yeah, here we go. Okay. I brought some crystals today. I brought them. It sounds like I moved them very far. They're not. They came from my altar. So we have here pink opal, which is really good for compassion and heart pain. Salt. And I felt like I needed to bring a lot of quartz. So I brought a quartz matrix and like quartz pieces. And I brought my lovely, lovely black tourmaline, which goes... I have several of these and I can't get enough, honestly. So it feels like based on the crystal choice, I'm guessing that you're stepping into a really, really powerful magnification of what it is that you'd like to do, or is best for you, or etc., etc. Okay. I'm trying not to say too much before I just pull cards. I'm getting energy of a new cycle starting. Wow, the King of Cups just flew out here. Okay. And it flew out in the upright, which is great. So I think what this is what this is telling me is that the energy that you're in, whoever this is for, I'm not quite sure yet. I'm just working with this. The energy that you're in is committed, and you have a good relationship with yourself. Like, it's never going to be perfect because relationships, especially the one with yourself, should incrementally change and grow over time. That's just part of the deal of life. Like it should change here and there. And maybe you're being called to not necessarily change as in things have to go per se, but I'm feeling like there's an increase of energy towards what works for you rather than just eliminating things. It could be for a variety of reasons. Maybe you've eliminated it so much that eliminating more might not do any good right now. Maybe because so much has been eliminated and you're pretty much like, all right. So there's a huge buildup of energy here towards things, which is going to be really good for you. And this feels good to me. It's just I think maybe without pulling too many cards, I'm feeling like maybe there's a portion that requires collaboration, and so when you collaborate with others, you kind of have to choose who you're going to be putting into things. And here's the thing. People are not perfect, and so they come with stuff. And I think you just need to listen to your heart and pick what works for you. What someone might see as an incompatible piece to their co-creation might actually work for you because you can better handle the attributes that they have, or their stuff, whatever they're bringing to the table works with you, or your boundaries, whatever that is, right? So try not to take on energies as like, oh, that's it, this is horrible, and everything's going to end because I read it somewhere, and that's it. So you kind of need to follow your heart, okay? And sometimes the inverse could happen where you watch a reading and they say, "Oh, this is the best thing ever," and then your intuition's like, "I don't like this," and then you keep going with it, and then you just walk off a cliff, and then it's like, "Oh, wait, I yeah." So I'm trying to tell you, listen to your heart, even if there's something that you need from it that's going to change you in a positive way, and maybe sometimes bring some pain, but or joy, right? At least it'll be your process of learning and not convoluted by a million noises around you. That's what I'm trying to say. And maybe there was a way to say that in fewer words. Okay, this one is a challenge card. Oh, 4 of Swords. 10 of Swords. Chariot. Okay, so and then we have the 3 of Cups here, and I don't really want to pull the bottom card, but it feels like it needs to be here. So what this is telling me is for you to take a moment to breathe, to relax, I'm getting something has been ended for you. Like, it's not for you already, like it's already known. Your spirit knows it, your conscious mind knows it, your spirit guides know it. Something's being taken care of for you. Like, you won't. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of love here. You're not gonna have to deal with something. For some of you, like, everyone's spiritual path is different, and people might be dealing with similar or the same energies in completely different ways due to a variety of factors, like your spirit team, how much you love yourself, your process, your all the other things. And you know what's really important? I feel compelled to say, how you love other people is critical. Like, even if something's not for you, that you treat them with love, that's crazy. Like, that's amazing. And so for some of you, if you're still able to do that in the midst of your pain and to apologize, etc., and be like, like, you're great, but I don't think this is it. Like, if you have a tendency to do that, that might be part of why you're being treated with so much gentleness. Yeah, how you treat others is really important, and yourself, of course, right? So if you can hold boundaries, that's amazing. If you can love others, that's amazing. But if you can do both, that's miraculous. So it's a practice, and even if you slip up, you still work towards it. I'm breaking down these energies as they come in. So essentially, you need to rest your mind. If you're feeling like you're catastrophizing, or you're feeling unstable or unprotected or unworthy, or you feel like you're exasperated, there's a need for you here to relax for a little while, because for some of you, things are being done for you, and this reading might be for you. And so we have the 3 of Cups here. So what this tells me is things that are for you are gonna come in. And you don't need to think about this or plan it. You're just gonna get the impulses and the desires as needed in the right time. You're not gonna have to, or people are gonna feel that towards you. You're not gonna have to plan this, is my point. It's just gonna happen. Yeah. This wants to come out. Yeah, you got the Knight of Pentacles with the 2 of Cups. And the 3 of Swords reversed. I'm not sure why that one was there. Oh. Yeah, I'm getting the King of Cups and the Justice card. There's really strong King of Cups energy here. Really strong. And I got the Justice card telling me that you're in alignment with this. So this might be... You know how to love others. And I don't see that in a romantic context per se. I mean, like, you know how to love other people. And that even people that are maybe not in great energy, and, they might behave in erratic ways. I'm not going to expand on that too much. You still know how to love them with boundaries. Like, hey, you know what? You're deserving, you're worthy. I can't dance with you. But, we have no problems. Like, do your thing. There's an energy here I'm getting of that, of incredible grace. So that's really lovely. Yeah. Okay. They're also, I kind of just, like, briefly looked at this. They want you to be confident because you have this there's an illusion playing in your mind, and this might be the Four of Swords or the Ten of Swords that might be referencing the illusion that there's hardship, or that you're isolated, or that anything, or that you're kind of in the wind. You're not a leaf in the wind. There's abundance, and spirit's helping you, and that's abundance is the natural state of being. Like what needs to come in will just come in, whether it's by you getting impulses, or just events conspiring in your favor. It just happens, right? I think this reading is to calm your heart. That's what I'm saying. And I believe that for many people watching this reading, the King of Cups is the energy of this reading. Like you're in alignment with that King of Cups healthy energy. Like it came up twice. You're very much in alignment with that. And I want to ask why. If you get the healing card in this deck, I'm going to laugh. Guild traveling. Okay. First message. As we all heal and shift directions or work on new things, we come into contact with the things in the past and the versions of us in the past and the choices in the past that did not lead to what we wanted, and we're not in our highest good. And so those energies come up for us to kind of integrate them, like, oh, okay, that didn't work. And that can bring up a lot of pain and intensity, and it can make it feel as if we're going back to that. But that's not what's happening here. This one. Yeah, harmony. Breakthrough. Okay. Can you give me... Oh, wow. I was going to pull one card, but you actually got multiple. So abundance, again, is coming through for you. There's a need for you to trust that you're going to be provided for and cared for. And for some of you, you really are not interested in creating problems in other people's lives. And the amount of energy that you might be like that, I want to choose my words carefully. There's going to be a reduced occurrence of that. Like fewer things are going to throw you off your balance. Maybe because you are balanced, but also because you have that level of balance, you're going to be interacting with people, energies, and situations and things that are balanced relatively, or you might only get their aspects of them that are balanced, I guess. Is that even the word I want to use? You know what I'm trying to say. This compromise card, I try not to take it verbatim because it can be very irritating and it can really say things that are not trying to be said. So don't take it verbatim. What I'm getting from this is that we can have things that are really good, and maybe there's a couple things we need to work with. Now, they're not going to give you something that you need to work with that is not going to be good for you, or completely just objectionable. Sorry, English is hard today. Objectionable. So, obviously, if something's not working for you and it's irritating you, don't push yourself to accept it. That's something that's really important to say. Like, if something about a situation or scenario is irritating you, it might be touching a wound, or it might be touching a boundary. And for people that are healing, those two things can feel very similar, or they might very much be the same thing. So yeah, okay, I said if the healing card comes up, I'm gonna vomit, and here we are. The healing card comes up in this deck. You know why? Because this is the King of Cups in this deck. So I'm gonna spare you. Oh, and there's the Queen of Cups. I really want to read this energy because there's more here. So you have like incredible water energy. And I think what this energy is about, it's about knowing that loving yourself and loving others are equally important, and putting that at the forefront of your values. Like you have the King of Cups energy here 3 times in all 3 decks that I've used in this reading so far, which is nuts. Yeah, I'm getting like a strong devotion. Like, yeah, I might not be perfect, but my heart's in the right place, and I'm going to keep trying. And if other people make a mess, I'm going to do my best, you know? Yeah, too much exposure to that can create fatigue, which might burn you out quickly. But you can take breaks, right? And also try to limit how much of that you expose yourself to, because we're not trying to, like, prove anything here. Yeah, there's just a lot of water energy here. It's kind of crazy. Really? I barely shuffled. Healing wounds, and what did I say? Devotion. Look at what's at the bottom of this card. Devotion. I said there's a devotion here. Oh my god, that's crazy. I love this reading. I think we're on the vein of what I needed to say today. Yeah. Um and again, I'm getting an energy. I'm not going to explain every single card I'm looking at. I'm just going to pull the ones that are really relevant to this reading, and we've already pulled like what, 20? There's a healing that's happening here, but it's being done with gentleness, grace, love, and compassion for you because you care about, and you've shown that you care about others also. And you're not stepping into that whole process of, oh, this is this and that is that, and we need to, condemn this or anything. It's like that practice of doing your best to live and let live and trying to love others while holding boundaries. It's paying off because you're getting a process that might not look the same as other people's, and you need to not get too muddied up in things that are alarming, distressing, asking you to do things that don't feel right for you. That's a big thing. And sometimes, like, all readers, we're all people, and I've done it too, where we give a reading, but discernment's really important. And then sometimes we might, in a love reading, we might say, oh, this is really great. And then you watch it, and then it comes around, and then it's like, wait, this doesn't feel entirely right. Yeah, there's things I like here, but there's some of the stuff that is kind of a red flag. So you're going to have to listen to yourself, love. You're going to have to. Okay? You're going to have to. Like I said, if it's okay to make mistakes, just make sure that they're yours so that you understand what happened. Yeah, I think something just sank in for somebody. You're gonna make mistakes, period. Just make sure that they're coming from a place of love, and based on what I'm seeing here with all these love cards, that's a given. And make sure that like your intentions and awareness are in a place of love for self and others, and also make sure that they're your mistakes so that you learn from them, right? Because a lesson has karma has different outcomes based on intention and awareness and choice. Like there's elements that go into it. Like if you have yeah, never mind. I'm going off course here. I'm going to start saying things that are irrelevant to this reading. So let me course correct. You're going to be brought into connection with people with this kind of internal energy of tenderness and devotion and sincerity, like a sincere honesty about the goodness that they are able to bring to your life to the best of their ability, right? It's to the best of their ability. So yeah, yeah, okay. I'm feeling at peace with that statement, so I don't need to expand on it. And be grateful if your life seems quiet for a while. Be kind of grateful because you're being shielded from some intense chaos that's going around that you won't have to deal with because you've given so much grace to others. And if as long as you keep that up, loving other people while holding loving boundaries, you have no idea how lovely that is. Like enjoy your peace. This is a transitional period for a lot of people, and for whoever this reading's for, you're going to be given a lot of peace in a period of turmoil. So many situations are being taken care of for you in the background. And it's not to say that other people are, bad, or they're going to a bad situation, or they're going to experience difficulty. That's not saying that. It's just saying that things that are not for you or processes you don't need to go through are just, you won't have to. Like you're not going to be put through it. I don't know what you did here, but this King of Cups energy is that strong. And there's the devotion card here. I felt devotion, and there's devotion here. And it comes from developing that relationship with your soul, like your being, who you are, the immortal you. So I think because of that dedication, and also because of the other elements I expressed, the love for others, the love for spirit, like, humility, devote, like all those things that you've been working on, they might not be perfect, but because your heart's in it and because you're doing that intentionally, and you've actually produced some pretty big results here, this process is going to be a lot easier for you. So if it, again, the point I'm trying to make here is, if life is a little quiet, aside from what you need to be doing, like work and whatever, or career, or whatever it is you call it, right? Because work can have a connotation for some people. But whatever the deal is here, just accept a period of peace and quiet. Yeah, because something's being handled here for you. There might also be, okay, we have the Five of Cups. There's a lot of emotion cards here. There might also be a healing here for you, in the sense of like being willing to let go of energies. Like, you might feel grief or angst, and you might not understand why, because logically that doesn't seem to be a reason. But energetically, you might be disconnecting from things that are not a match to you. And that doesn't mean that they're bad, right? It just means not a match. I'm saying that with neutrality. And so, to be okay sitting with that energy the best you can without losing it. Because for some of us, we can get frazzled if we feel unstable, or that we feel that we're being abandoned energetically. We can get really frazzled. And that's fine. So if you're going to convulse, try to do it at home. I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm starting to giggle. Because I know what this is like. I know what it's like. So yeah, just try to do it with love, and if you need to lose your mind a little bit, try to do it, in a quiet space, or talk to someone. I love it. That's great. And this compromise card, this one, it's actually telling me partnerships are gonna work with you. Like, you're really getting an intense level of commitment and compassion and grace and tenderness, like, for your humanity. I think that's the gift of the energy that you're dealing with, and that's coming through for you like crazy. So that's really beautiful. Because essentially, when someone took a dump on your doorstep, you were like, oh, and you dealt with the energy internally as best you could, and you didn't throw it back at them, or you didn't like make a ruckus. You're just like, oh my god. Yeah, that's what I'm getting here. There's some kind of like incredible grace here. Now, yeah, patience. Yeah, you might be. Yeah, okay. I got a possum as well. So I got the patience card, which is Bobcat, and I'll tell you what that means in a moment. And then I got the snail, trust the invisible, and the opossum card, which is bashfulness. This is about. It's essentially saying the same thing I said already in this reading, which is be okay having a little bit of peace and quiet for a while, and only getting what you need to deal with while the universe sorts things out. Right? It's going to work through these things that you don't need to be a part of it. They're asking you to be patient, and you're going to get what you need. And if it's quiet, be so grateful for that. So grateful for that. Seriously. Because you know what? A lot of people are dealing with and will be dealing with some very, very intense transformational energies. So do your inner work, which might be hard, but do your inner work on your own as best you can. If you have a spiritual counselor or a psycho counselor, or just really good, friends that are really good at that stuff, then that's great. Just lean on that. So we also have the strength card here and the abundance card here. So abundance has come through several times, and maybe this is a point I want to end on this reading. I thought this reading was going to be more specific, but it looks like it's going to be general, and that might be a good thing, okay? Because it's coming out the way it needs to come out. I wanted to say a few things when I started, but intuitively I felt like I was being told, like, don't make this reading what you want it to be. Let it be what it needs to be. And so here we are. So let me wrap this up. I want to say, yeah, strength, abundance. I want to look at that strength and abundance combo. Yeah, this King of Cups energy is really, really good. This is you receiving what you give others, and you didn't know it would come back to you this way. But in a period of intense conflict and transformation, you're getting peace. You can do your healing, which might be hard. I'm not going to lie to you, it might be, but it won't be harder than it needs to be. And for many people, oh my god, like it like there's so much on their plate, you know, and I feel for them, of course. Of course. So, you know, take what I'm trying to say is be grateful. Be grateful for what you have. Don't look at other people's stuff and try to stay in your lane in a sense. Yeah. Oh, there's a couple messages. This reading might be a little long. Okay, there's more that wants to come through, but it's all in that same vein of it's going to be done with love. Like, you're not going to be brutalized. It's going to be done with love. Yeah. Is it okay to make this reading that long? You keep getting the strength card. The strength can be loyalty. It can be. It can be sticking with it when things are tough, like sticking with yourself. When things are tough, yeah, that really sat with me. Sticking with your inner being. Stay with you, even if it's hard. Stay with you. Go slow if you need to. There's no deadline here. There's no deadline. Like, you're not waiting for a planet to complete its cycle and that's it, now you're screwed. No. Stay in this energy as long as you need. Yeah. Can I ask why? None of these decks. Okay, alright, hold on. Ah, so many energies want to come through that I need to break it down. Just give me a second. So we have strength twice, by the way. Twice. Can I ask why strength is here? Oh, emotional pain. It feels like some kind of offer's not coming in, which might be, or a message of heartbreak, because you have the Knight of Cups here reversed and the Ace of Swords upright. This might be a message of emotional pain, like emotional discontent. Can I ask why? Oh my god, I'm getting the same message. You're being given an out. You just got a detour out of something difficult. That's what I'm getting here. Yeah, with the Six of Swords. I don't know if you can see these. Here, I'll show them to you on the camera, if you like. Here you go. So we have the Nine of Wands with the Ace of Pentacles, and then the Six of Swords. What this is telling me, and these are the clarifications for the Knight of Cups reversed. So they're essentially telling me you're being given an out. You're not even going to feel it in your experience. Or, like, you're not going to see it. You might feel it if you're really energetically in tune with the universe. Like, you're really in tune with the energies that are happening in, you know, spirit. Then you might feel it. But if it's in your physical experience, you're probably not going to even see this. Because you're getting a detour out of something here. Yeah, King of Swords. Hell yes. Whoo! Okay, this is intense. This is your energy, and you're coming through with a lot of power. Personal power. This was probably coupled with the King of Cups. Can you clarify what this is? Oh, yeah. You are so bonded with your inner being. This is what I got. In the Osho Zen deck, it's the aloneness card, but that's not what this is. This is listening to your inner voice. Because you see how this individual is like looking into nothing, but it's not nothing. There's a light there, right? An ethereal light. Well, that's you. That's your inner voice. And it's basically your bond with your inner self is so strong that you've been listening, and there's like holding your power and you're in it, and it's hard. It was hard at times, and I think for some of you weren't sure you were doing the right thing, but based on this reading you did all the right thing, right? I should be saying it plural, but I'm trying to be funny. You did all the right thing. And when I say the right thing, I mean for you. Because if your soul's saying that this is what you need, then it's the right thing. Right? Then it's done with love. And is there an outcome to this? Do I need to know anything? This. Ten of Swords. You get the Ten of Swords again. It's just done. Something's done for you. Something is done for you. Justice. Yeah, there you go. Okay, yeah. Oh, because you already know what the I think part of the reason, not all the reason, part of the reason is you know Queen of Pentacles, and then you have the Eight of Pentacles came up, but I'm ignoring it. I moved it away. You already know what you need for yourself and what to work on, and maybe there are things around you that would not help you do that. They might try to work against that and create resistance for you when you don't need that. Some people need it. It serves them, but you don't need that. There's a serious tenderness in this. Oh, and I said, where's the Eight of Pentacles? Look what I just split the deck at. They said you're already working on it. I love this. It's really good. It's really, really good. I love it. This is why I like to have the camera down so you can see it happen. And then there's the Strength card at the bottom again in another deck. You have the Strength 3 times. You have the King of Cups 3 times. You have the Abundance card coming through. This is a really good reading. I kind of like this. I think there's a lot of energy happening around in the world for people, or in the collective, maybe in the immediate collective, because I think in different parts of the world the energies are different. Because different cultures, different people, different groups, they need different things. Different individuals need different things, and individuals can be very different from their groups that they associate themselves with too, right? So, anyway, without going too far into that garbage, into that topic of conversation, not garbage. We're going to focus on you and what this reading's about. So, there's a lot of strength here, and I'm feeling like you already have it. You got the triple strength card. So, strength to me is loyalty. And it's loyalty to self, which is, but not in an egoistic, selfish, mental way. This is like loyalty to the energy inside you that is telling you what you need. It's a felt experience. It's not something that you're conditioned about. Like, oh, you're acting karmically, or you're acting without love, or you're acting in cruelty. None of that. This is you listening to your soul and your guides, and they're like telling you, hey, do this, stop with that. And you know what? It's not perfect, but it's so, so, so good. It's good, and more than good enough. It's great, okay? And so abundance is going to be provided. You're not going to have some kind of crazy experiences that are going to wreck things. There's the King of Swords again showing up for you in a different deck entirely. Wow. I'm really proud of you. Oh my god, Grace. Yeah, there you go. I split the deck of Grace. I'm really proud of you. I don't know what else to say. This is just really great. You really put your money where your mouth is. Oh my god. That's beautiful. Love. Yeah, the lovers. There you go. Oh my god. I don't want to ruin this reading. It's just perfect. And ruin it by just blabbering off about random stuff. I can wrap this up. Okay. Alright. Wait, you still want me to break this down? Okay. Wow, you got strength so many times. Devotion, emotional loyalty, coherence, alignment, and your actions match your words. Like, trust is a really big thing. It's beyond trust. It's like you've solidified, yeah, and there's abundance again. 15 million times you get abundance. Now, abundance is what I like to believe as the truth of the universe. It's just abundance, period, right? This one. Okay, these two came out. So we have, okay. Oh, that's really interesting. This ties back to an energy I was briefly meditating on, and it kind of bothered me, so I put it down. But it had to do with dolphin. And dolphin is about, it can be about vitality. It can be about vulnerability, authenticity, intimacy, being truly you in the world. That's what dolphin can be about. It's about being so connected to yourself and your truth and loving yourself so deeply that you're showing up in the world in a very, this is me, a very honest way, very, very tender way. And there's wild boar's confidence. And it's also a willingness to acknowledge that we are all fallible and we can all, we all have blind spots, right? Sometimes. And as you grow, you might not see something. And, sometimes lessons can get really loud because we're not seeing something. So there's a crazy tenderness here. If there was ever a loving, nice way to grow, it would be this. This is the nicest, loving way I think I've felt in a while. Yeah. I'm going to end this here. I asked about the strength and the abundance, and the abundance card that came up 20,000 times for you in this reading. And then we have dragonfly and horse. So I'll tell you what these are about. Dragonfly is about illusions, and usually these are illusions that we are working on ourselves. And then we have power. So when we shed illusions about the world or ourselves, we reclaim our power. And that's the theme moving forward. That's the goal, is for the reclamation of you reclaiming your power. Like, let's say you want certain things in your life, right? And so Spirit's like, oh, okay. Well, okay, so you want a cake. And then the Spirit's like, here's a cake. And you're like, no, I want red velvet cake. And then Spirit's like, oh, well, I want you to make these adjustments and work on this. And you're like, oh, okay. And then they give you a red velvet cake. And you're like, but I wanted it to be square. And they're like, oh, well, make these adjustments. And here you go, it's square cake. So it's the process of co-creation where you keep changing your offering. There might be a word for this that's much shorter than me using stories, but here we are. And so there's a process here of you being offered all this process of co-creation, but it ties back to your power. Like, you want this? Oh, okay, here, let's do this together. Work on this. And here you go. And it's not... Yes, about reclaiming your power. Yes, it's about understanding that you're offering and your internal center of control. Not control, but your internal center of power. I don't like the word control that much. It can be not healthy. So, alignment and boundaries and knowing what your values are and doing what doing your part in the process of co-creation. That's what's being addressed here. Doing your part. And knowing that Spirit will handle the rest. And your part might be small and might be big, depending on the scenario. But it's really doing what you need to do in order for Spirit to make it work with you, period. Okay? That's what I'm getting here. So, abundance and strength is also telling me, after saying that, now I'm understanding a little more. More abundance is going to be coming to your life. And some of these things are at the edge of your skill set. So they're going to give you a lot, but they're also going to ask a lot. And I mean a lot. So you're going to have to give a lot, and you're going to ask, a lot's going to be asked of you. You're going to be asked to show up in certain ways. You're going to be asked to be devoted, committed, good communicator, honest, authentic, compassionate with yourself and others. The abundance that's coming in, it's going to ask you to step up to the plate, and it's going to be a felt experience most of the time. Because if you're not strongly in connection with your inner being, which I think this reading is for people who are, but let's say someone's not strongly connected to their inner being, then experiences will manifest in the physical to kind of highlight the issues a little stronger and nudge them along. But because for most of you, if not all of you watching this, you're so connected that you can feel the adjustments you need to make and you're working on it. So Yeah, that's what I'm getting here. It's like asking for certain levels of commitment, certain amounts of love, certain amounts of abundance, certain kinds of interactions, certain things. The universe is like, okay, okay, work on this, and then I'm gonna eventually, when I decide, I'm gonna bring X, Y, and Z, and X, Y, and Z is gonna require you to learn to do a couple things. It's like, okay, you want to go on. You want to go with a. This is random. You want to go with a biking group? I want you to practice riding a bike first, and I need you to be able to do 40 miles a day. Do 40 miles in one day, and I'll give this to you. Like you'll be a match to that, or like there's a certain level of competency here. Now I'm not saying that you need to work up to something in order to be worthy of it. Yeah, you got the loyalty card. You already are. My point wasn't to convey that you're not a match to what you want. You are. You are. Loyalty. Yeah, and here we go with dear spirit and love. You already are. But what's going to be asked of you is as that develops, as those opportunities develop into what you want, you're going to need to grow with it. And that might be a little tough. So, you do your best. So, I've said a lot in this reading. I've said a whole lot. This reading is twice as long as I wanted it to be, but I just wanted to turn over every stone, and I had the time today. And I haven't done a reading in a couple of days because of stuff. It's not important. Yeah, so the summary is amazing King of Cups energy, amazing strength energy, devotion and loyalty, commitment, empowerment, abundance, stepping up to the plate, and being spared from the SHIT storm that might be going on in the collective right now. So, and it's not to say that they're dealing with it because they're bad or anything. It's not like that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying for whatever reason, and I've said it, you're being loved to the umpteenth degree. And this is gonna, yeah. I think it's because you're really, really, really willing to let go of things, even if it was in your right to kind of make us think about it. You're really willing to let go of things, and you're like, you know what? I'm just not gonna make your life harder than whatever. Yeah, you kind of took a dump on my doorstep, but I'm gonna wash it, and we're not gonna do this again. Yeah, there's a consideration for other people and their humanity that you've extended multiple times. It's not saying let people walk all over you. No, like you still have to have boundaries, but there's a genuine true love here that you're giving to others without expecting anything, and that might be one of the key ingredients in that love. That the universe is being like, all right, you're gonna convulse in your house, no problem. We're gonna help you, honey. I love this. This is really lovely. It's really lovely. Thank you so much for watching this. If you made it to the end, I'm so grateful that you were here. You got the love card again. Love. Big love. Big love. I'll see you guys later. Enjoy your abundance.